This video will show you how to find equivalent fractions. I've got a fractions wall here, so each row is a whole. So see on the bottom one, I've shaded in a whole. On the second row, I've shaded in a half. And you notice that whole's bigger than a half, and get smaller and smaller as we go up to a tenth. A tenth is the smallest one that we can see. But what if I want to find equivalent fractions? So equivalent means the same, or if you look at the word equivalent, you see something that looks a little bit like equals, equivalent, equals, so fractions that are equal. With my ruler, if I put a ruler down the line of the halfway mark for a half, I see that there's other lines there as well. So a half is the same as 2 quarters, 1, 2, which is the same as 3/6, 1, 2, 3/6, which is the same as 4/8, 1, 2, 3, 4/8, and it's the same as 5/10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/10. But how do we actually work this out without looking at a fraction wall? Well, if I write down a half, I can work out equivalence by timesing the denominator and the numerator by the same number. So for instance, I could times it by 2. If I times the denominator by 2, to be equivalent, I have to do the same to the bottom and the top. So I times the numerator by 2. What I'm actually doing is timesing a half by 2 over 2. And 2 halves is the same as a whole. 2 halves is the same as a whole. So what's going to happen is we're still going to have the value of a half, but the appearance will change. Because when you times something by 1, the value stays the same. For example, 50 times 1 equals 50. So a half times 2 over 2 is going to still be a half, but the appearance is going to change. Look, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. And if we look up here when we do it, 2 times 2 is 4, 1 times 2 is 2. A half is the same as 2 quarters. And if we look back to our fraction wall, a half is the same as 1, 2 quarters. If I don't have to times it by 2, I can times it by a bigger number. I could times it by 3, any number I like really, but if I just choose 3 there, then a half is going to equal the same as 2 times 3 is 6, so we're dealing in sixths now. 1 times 3, do the same to the top as to the bottom, times 3 is 3. 3/6, same as half. And if you think about it, half is the same as 2 out of 4, which is the same as 3 out of 6. It equals a